Yeah, that's pretty gross. Anyways, thanks for joining me back on Driveway. Today, we've got some trailer axles that we're gonna have to clean up, dress up, and get ready to work for what we needed to do. Right now, I'm just cleaning up the grease that came on it. There's been enough travel and all that type of grime that I just want to get it cleaned up off there. Get any of that dirt and grime that traveled with it all off of there. Now we're looking pretty decent. Anyways, start off, you probably want to make sure that these guys fit, which they do. What you call super tight tolerance. Kind of the last thing you want is your bearings to not exactly fit. I think they should be good. So, now that we got that figured out, we'll have to start lubing up our bearings. Alright, so anyways, what we have here is a set of Dexter 7,000 pound rated 4-inch drop axle. So this is pretty much the big dog here. Commonly your car trailer axles, usually they're going to be the 3,500 pound that you'll see for most of them, but I figure for the price difference, let's just go big or go home. So this way I won't have to worry about overloading it, because usually the way things work in my family is you got a trailer, you just keep piling stuff on there until the vehicle in front can't tow it anymore. So we've got these axles here, and we've got brake sections and pieces to piece together. So we'll pretty much be set. Now I did get the bearings packed here, kind of check to make sure that they will fit on this thing. So our next phase is probably just going to be putting the brake backing plate on and probably smacking a dog or two. But let's just get those backing plates on. Anyways, they are pre-studded and indexed, so when you put your brake plates on, you really can't put them on wrong. Let's go grab some nuts and we'll be set. Alright, so in the brake package, of course, you get all the fun stuff like the caps, the seals, and the bearings. And of course, they also give you studs and the nuts. So a little lock washer action, and we'll be set. Alright, we should be pretty much ready to just slap that section on. Now, if you're kind of wondering how these work, these electronic brakes technically have a big electromagnet here that when it grabs a hold onto, when you engage it and it sticks to the inside there, it'll just drag the magnet along in the direction you're going and move the brakes. So, pretty simple design. Anyways, should be able to just weasel this guy. And on we go. Alright, anyways, I think that's pretty much how it goes. We'll cap those off. And basically, once we get the trailer built, I'll probably tear this thing back down and re-grease, put it back together after we take it for like a quick test drive. That way we make sure everything's lubed up and torqued up properly. Alright, so I got these things all taken care of. One final piece that I didn't show yesterday, when I was doing it for the first time, is after you crank it down, the hub nuts, you gotta do one more thing to them. So like before, we had it cranked down pretty much as tight as we could go. But you need to back it off, then run it just finger tight. And then you put your keeper over it. There we go. Alright, now that we got that set up, we're going to have to do a little pre-planning. So, we're going to throw 2F4 down there, throw this board up here. So this will give us the idea of the height of the deck. Alright, so drop down as far as it go. It'll be along the lines of that. And then being raised up, can probably bring it up to about there. And then we'll have about 6 inches of difference between here and the tire. So that's where we'll make the fender removable. So now we'll just have to figure out on axle spacing. The closer you have them together, the easier it is to turn with them. Further apart, the more stable, but the more difficult and hard on everything is steering. So we'll figure that out in one of the later videos. I'll have to take a few more measurements and plug them into the computer program, kind of see how things realign. So, not too bad. So yeah, just a quick little wrap up. These are 7,000 pound axles with a 10 ply E-range tires. So the whole thing should be equipped to not overload the axles all the way up to 14,000 pounds. But the reason why we're doing it this way, since we're doing the air ride, I want a single axle to be able to carry the entire load of the trailer if things were to happen. That, and if you go over weird curbs and that type of thing, you don't want to overload one and not the other. So easily we'll be able to have 7,000 pound trailer, and we're not even anywhere close to that with the stuff we have. So I think we're at a good spot for stopping today. Everything's mounted, ready to fly. This guy is less likely to walk out of the backyard now, since everything weighs so much. So we can go get some steel ordered up. We can start seeing how this whole thing actually starts getting flung together. Well, anyways, I got a few more parts I gotta rectify, some problems with shipping, and hopefully we'll get to see you again next time.